draw. Hard to admit that I used to draw. Portraiture in a human form. Doodle of a two-headed unicorn. It was soothing. Moving his arm in a fusion of man-made tools and amused from beyond. Even if it went beautifully wrong, it was tangible truth for a youth who refused to belong. No name nuisance. Who's in a bedroom? Who's in a brand new cuneiform? Barely commune with the horde. Got a whole grayscale ungluing his world. Might zone amp to the yap of the magpie. Unseen hand dragging his graphite. Cross contour, a little bit of backlight. Black ink after a Bristol to baptize. You can imagine a rush that ensue when you get 3 dimensions stuffed in a 2. Then it's off to a school where it's all you get to. Being trained and observed by a capable few. Back in New York by peeps and a dog in a 2-bedroom doing menial jobs. Plus rhyming and stealing and being a clot. Distractions, freedom, a rod. I left some years of giving a light. I left some will to spirit away. I let my fears materialize. I let my skills deteriorate. When about I thought I would, I should have been continuing a mission that was rooted in a 20-year affinity and rickety condition with an ID crisis. Snap on the front lawn, look up in the sky. It's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. And now we're colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Used to paint. Hard to admit that I used to paint. Natural light on a human face. Stenciled fire in his roommate's face. It was bloom and addiction.
Hello everybody, I'm Larry Ridley and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Colts going up against the 49ers. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the home of Super Bowl 50, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Indianapolis Colts and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Guyton alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And they do finally get him at the 12. It's a big run there by Hyde. 41 yards. Well, every quarterback, especially a rookie quarterback, loves to have plays like that from a guy running the ball.
Takes a lot of pressure off the youngster, doesn't it? He doesn't have to throw the ball in bad situations. Just turns around, hands it to his big horse. And we've seen rookie quarterbacks ride great runners right into the playoffs.
And now a first down following that long gain. Play clock winding down. They run again with Hyde on first. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. On play action, they'll throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to face a third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Here we go! Here we go!
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Joseph Fourier. His first touchdown of the new season. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the very, very talented Andrew Luck.
And Andrew Luck's skill set is absolutely fantastic. There's not anything that he can't do as a quarterback on the field. But I also think that he absorbed a little bit by osmosis some of that great bloodline. His father, formerly a quarterback in the NFL as well.
Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Luck. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Dante Moncrief, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Hyde, the lone man in the backfield. Now a play fake here on first down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. First down, a run with Hyde. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Watch it now, Barney.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Vontae Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's his first career game, and now he has thrown his first career interception.
So let's face it, that's very simply his welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it?
Get it out of the way, right?
Get it out of the way, and he hopes it'll be the last for this game and not too many in his career.
An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Locke. Caught left side by Hilton. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Pat McAfee to kick it away. Bruce Ellington back deep for the Niners. Ellington now to return it. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now back to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or 2. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the 1st round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future All-Pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion. Touchdown, 49ers! Their big-bodied receiver, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Fresh set of downs here. Now a first down throw. Luck. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. Give him 8 on the play, and it's a second down. Having an effective short passing game, one of their main concern coming into this one, right there, able to hit the D with a quick strike and a first down.
And you're able to put that into your game plan when you see that there's space to throw the football. A lot of defenses don't want to play press coverage or tight coverage. They'll play backed off, and sometimes those cornerbacks will bail out really fast and really get deep, and that allows you to throw the quick game underneath, and they took advantage of it.
On second down, here's Crowell. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They keep it with Crowell on first. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. They come up in an offset eye. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Finding time. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
So times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
After the penalty, it's Crowell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
1 receiver left is Hilton. Play action. It's Luck. Allen has it left side. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
A first down carry now for Crowell. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. On second down, here's Locke. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Surveying the field. He's got it to West on the dump off. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. They run it again with Hyde. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
When you got a big guy like that in your backfield who runs as a big man and breaks tackles, it is paramount for a defense to have extra defenders in his vicinity at all times. Because you got to figure he's going to break through the first guy. You're going to need tacklers 2, 3, 4 in order to get him down. Because if you don't, he can continue to run and run it really, really well.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
On second down, Hyde. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down. 3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man, hand him the ball, and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
They go play action here on first down. He sets to fire deep. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jude I.J. Barima. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
To throw on second down is Locke. He's got it. The tight end, Allen. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense have felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Allen's got it complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Second down now after the pass completion. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. Call it a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. And quickly, they get to the line. 3rd and 2, Luck. And this is going to be incomplete. Isaiah Crowell, the intended target, and it's 4th down. Here's Pat McAfee now, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Akeem Ayers from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Touchdown, 49ers. Play there, 84 yards, and the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Andrew Luck now, he gears up to lead this offense again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now,
now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Luck now on second down. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
On first down, it's Locke. And this is Moncrief for the catch. And he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a first down throw. Locke. Now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were. And so possession will remain with Indy. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And an encroachment penalty here will cost them 5 yards.
And it makes it so simple, doesn't it? An easy free 5 yards for the offense given to them by the defense.
Still second down.
Three receivers to the left, one to the right. On second down, here's Locke. Going underneath for Crowell. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On for the field goal try, Robbie Gould. His career long, 58. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Here's the punter McAfee to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Hey, watch the slant.
Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the... And pump the brakes, Larry. Pump the brakes. We are ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll come out in the pistol.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. Throwing on third down, Locke. He's got time. And able to find Dorsett. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm. And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. And he has not been able to find the same type of running room this week as last. Such a great game. We met with him. He came in, had the biggest smile on his face, so we just thought that would carry over. Sometimes you wonder if maybe it borders on a little overconfidence. They were so good last week. He's getting extra blocking out in the perimeter from the wide receivers to get him downfield. In this game, maybe he came into it with the idea that it's just going to be like last week, be a piece of cake. And what they're getting from the defense isn't exactly the same. And, boy, it's been tough going for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So we got 3 and 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So
under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. DeForest Buckner coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done. He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Out to the flat for Hyde. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
There's a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Here we go now. All right, now, look at 56. Over. Back to Philly. Here we go.
A 10th carry for Hyde. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses. And now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Going to throw right side here, complete. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
And back to the ground, Hyde. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2nd down following the run.
All right, here we go.
Again, it's Hyde. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And his kick is indeed good, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On the run, it's Crowell. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. One receiver left is Hilton. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. Open man, it's Allen. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line. It's a 7 back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped.
False start, offense.
Second down, 8. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 2nd down, here's Locke. Caught left side by Hilton. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
They come out here in the eye. Again, it's Crowell. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Love. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Dwayne Allen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now we get a look at the captain of this offense heading back out there now. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So there's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 23 yards on the play.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Here we go now.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. And with this guy, I don't know that you're surprised when he has back-to-back games like this. He just keeps excelling.
What I like about him is that every year he doesn't settle for being one of the best in the game. He tries to make himself better. Almost like those great basketball players. I remember hearing about Kobe Bryant wanting to add something to his game every offseason. Magic Johnson, what do I need to work on to get better?
T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now Carlos Hyde gears up to take the field again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case, the evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
They're going to look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Let's discuss now this performance as it relates to the last one. You know, a week ago, and we saw it. Some pinpoint accuracy. He's displaying that again.
That was a fun film session for us, wasn't it? Able to kick back and watch him work. And what we saw was a confident leader, a guy in control, making excellent throws at times. And he's brought that with him in this ball game as well. And I'm starting to think that he's starting to feel like, yeah, I've got this thing down pat. And I think the team will come along with it.
They run high. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Vontae Davis. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Hurry up, here we go. Behind it. Back down in that belly. Here we go. No. Check. Patriot. All right, here we go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Their dangerous wide receiver. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
We get a look now at the 49ers defense as they get into position. Their secondary, they have some things to sort out. They've given up 3 touchdowns. That last drive was basically all through the air.
No doubt about it. And what they're also hoping is to get their big guys up front going and give them a little cover with some pass rush. Right now, they're not getting that. The leverage battle being won by the offense, and that's really hurting the guys in the secondary. They're carving them right up.
I like that. The former DB making sure that the guys up front are responsible, too.
I'm not trying to throw them under the bus or anything, but maybe I just backed up over them, didn't I?
A little bit.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still second down.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. Crowell. And he will find his way forward to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now a carry here for Terrence West. And he'll fight forward to about the 20s. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here by C.O. Moore. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And the Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
They'll run it again with Crowell. What a spin. And able to put. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Here's West. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
And they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Second down following the incompletion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to throw. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to let it fly. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense.
So pass interference, partner with all the rule changes. It is hard to be a defender in the pass game.
Brandon, is tough in college. It's a lot harder in the NFL. You can't touch him after 5 yards downfield. You can't touch him while the ball's not in the air. You can't touch him at all until the ball is at the receiver's hands. Very difficult to be a defender in today's NFL.
And now a first down following that long gain.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Pass interference. Defense.
So a pass interference here, and this is obviously a call we see all the time, but for the defender, it's becoming almost impossible to play defense in some of these situations.
You're trying to play through the receiver to the football. If there's any contact at all before he gets there, those officials will throw the flag and call interference.
They'll look to throw, and that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute.
And now we've got a tie game after that touchdown. And you and I both know what that means. Extra point in this situation, this little time left, takes on some extra emphasis, doesn't it?
It does indeed. Now inside the final minute, can they get it and hold on? So they're not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. And they have got the lead. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. One receiver left is Hilton. Luck. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Finding time. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Surveying the field. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Offense.
Well, going into the final.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. High five, baby. High five. Let's go.